Welcome to Mimi's Kitchen. So Mimi in the kitchen. Today what we're going to do is we're going to make Alfredo sauce. And I'm going to do two versions of it. And the reason I'm doing two versions of it is because I went to Weight Watchers today and I have gained 15 pounds since the last time I went to Weight Watchers. And that was about a year and a half ago, so not too good. And looks like Peggy's here. So hi Peg, how are ya? Nice to see you. So what we're doing now is I have everything already prepped over here. I have water that's boiling because we're going to use, I only use Barilla pasta. And the reason that I use Barilla pasta is because it does not stick. It's really important when you cook pasta that it does not stick. So, also to make it not stick, I use a little bit of olive oil, and I'll show you how to do that. So number one is for my classic Alfredo sauce. We're going to use butter, garlic. It is so simple and so easy. We are going to use Parmesan / Romano cheese. And honestly, whipping cream and some milk, and that's it. It is easy. Oh, hi Jeff. He's also joined here, so I got my Peggy and my Jeff. So with my butter, we only use 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to take that. I already have my pan. It's a little bit hot. I have it on medium right now, a little bit medium to high. And I have all of my stuff prepped for my classic Alfredo. Now, what's going to blow your mind is I am pretty risky in the kitchen. So when I cook, I don't always follow a recipe because recipes to me are for people who like to follow rules, and I don't really like to follow rules. So I'm going to put my Barilla pasta in, and I'm going to do, we have about 4 people eating, and I like to have leftovers. So I'm putting a little bit more than half of the box in there. Then I add just a little bit of olive oil. Always, always, always use a wooden spoon. Not only to beat your kids with, but also to stir all of your pasta with. Okay, so now I'm going to set that timer for about 10 minutes. I'm using the medium shells, as you can see. Oh, hi Sandy, how are ya? Sandy just showed up too. So, she said it does make the best pasta, and the Barilla is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and set that timer for about 10 minutes, okay? I like to, oh, hi Holly, and hi Kristen, how are you guys? They just joined as well. So with the pan, I like to just take a little bit of water and splash just a little bit of water to see if it's hot enough. And you'll hear it kind of fizzle or sizzle, not really fizzle, it would be sizzling, when it's ready to go. So it's not quite there yet. Now, I'm going to switch gears just for a moment because I have the classic, which has a lot of butter, a lot of heavy cream, and milk, okay, and some cheese. But what I'm also going to do on the flip side is I'm going to make a lighter version because I want to eat Alfredo too, but I really need to lose some of this weight that I've gained. So I have my homemade broth that I make. What I do with my homemade broth, and I'll show you that in another video, but with my homemade broth, I put it in the freezer because I always make a ton of it, and I just put it on the stove so that it gets warm. Oh yeah, and Sandy, thank you for reminding me. Duh, we have to put garlic in the Alfredo as well. Yes, I didn't say that. So, hi Nancy, how are ya? All right, so we have a pretty good group here. This is so fun. So I am melting my butter right now, and it's kind of high. So you can see how it is sizzling on there. I turn it down just a little bit because I don't want to burn my garlic, and that does not make for a good Alfredo. So I have my 2 tablespoons of garlic already ready. It's minced and ready to go. I personally like to buy it minced if I can. I'm almost out. Well, it looks like it is completely out. And I also have my garlic cloves that I'm going to use for my lighter version. Okay? So, I like to melt. You can put your garlic right into the butter while it's melting. I personally think that it tastes better when you melt the the butter 100%, and then you put the garlic in. And just kind of heat that up for about a minute or so. So now my my butter is 100%. You can't really see it, but it is all the way melted. I'm going to go ahead and put in my garlic. Now you can kind of hear that going. Sizzle, sizzle. Sounds so good. I'm going to get another wooden spoon. I have tons of these darn wooden spoons. And when you're making your pasta, you want to just lightly, gently stir the pasta so that you don't break anything apart, because sometimes it gets stuck at the bottom. And I always use my really cute spoon rests that my kids have made me. So I have 2 kids, as a lot of you know, Salvatore and Gabriella. So I am watching the timer. We're a couple minutes in with this garlic, actually about 1 minute in. So I am going to just let that kind of sit. I'm going to get my whipping cream. You can use, I cannot find, and this is a really good tip, I cannot find, it looks like Sandy's coming over for pasta. Come on over, girl. Oh, hi, Pat. Pat's here as well. So you use 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Now, it's always, to me, like, freaks me out, because when I go to the store and I look for heavy cream, I can't find just regular heavy cream. So I have to buy the heavy whipping cream. Here's a really good tip. I couldn't believe it, but I have been buying this at Deerberg's and Schnucks, and I'm not kidding you. This little itty-bitty thing, guess how much it is? It's like $8. I found some yesterday at Target for $4.39. I was so excited. So that's a good tip for you. You guys will never go and get your heavy whipping cream. So now I'm just pouring in the heavy cream. And then you also need 1.5 cups of just regular milk. And you pour that in there. And it's pretty awesome. Just marry all of that together. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. You can smell the garlic and the butter. It is wonderful. And then, I don't like to do things like right away, only because I like to kind of, I don't know if it even matters, but to me it does matter. I like to do things, let it kind of sit for about 10 seconds, get a little warmer, and then put in the next ingredient. So here is my 1 cup of Parmesan Romano cheese, and I'm just going to stir all that in there. And you can't forget about the pasta, so I'm just going to stir that gently so it doesn't stick on the bottom. And I don't know about you guys, but I do have tasters in the house, so every single time I make any sort of pasta, I have got to get my daughter, Gabriella. She is our taste tester. One day, she got burnt on a piece of pasta, and she says she never wants to be the taster again, but she still is, because she loves her pasta. And I actually started making this fettuccine Alfredo. Well, we call it fettuccine. That's just the type of noodle that it is. So it's really just Alfredo sauce. I like to use different kinds of, like I said, different kinds of noodles with it, or pasta types. And today we're doing the shells. My favorite is the bow tie. But we don't have those today, so we're doing the shells. So I'm just making sure that all my Parmesan cheese, you know how sometimes it clumps up? I'm just making sure that there are no clumps in here. And I'm just stirring nicely. My next step is going to be to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Because it's a white sauce, I do like to, oh hi Heidi, how are ya? I like to use white ground pepper on my white sauces. So whatever you guys like to do, if you don't have white ground pepper, that's why I don't like to follow all my recipes, or the recipe, because it calls for things that, you know, honestly, you can substitute and do different things, and it still can taste amazing. To be risky in the kitchen is good, because it's you who's eating it, and you can make things taste good for you and your family. Kind of like how I live my life, for me and my family. So I like to use this kind of salt. Sandy, thank you. My mother-in-law was the one who turned me on to this. It's Florida Sunshine salt. I just put a little bit in there. And then I add my pepper. Oh, and I'm sorry, I don't always measure everything out. I probably should have said that at the beginning. So, but you do need salt with this food, because it does pull out the flavor. I know a lot of people don't like to put salt or a lot of salt in their food, but it really does pull out flavor in food. So, and I learned that from Paul, a friend of mine who sells some sort of food for a living, and he said that, oh, thanks, Sandy. She said you're welcome, because she turned me onto that salt. But it hits all your taste buds. I guess there are like a certain number, I'm not real scientific, but certain number of taste buds, and some flavors hit some of the taste buds, some hit different ones, while salt hits them all. So thank you, Paul, for that tip. I told you that I would use it someday. So now the next step is we're just waiting for this sauce to simmer. So I don't like to turn it up too high, because it will burn, and you don't want that, because especially when you use cream, it will stick to the bottom and it's really gross. So let's check our pasta. It's coming along nicely. But if, you know, I did feel that it was sticking to the bottom, so you like to make sure that it is, yes, I have my wine, so anybody who's drinking wine with me, cheers! On a Saturday night. Alright, so now I gotta get my taster. Gabriella! Okay. She's coming over. Now, for my healthier version of this pasta, I already said that I have my chicken broth. I missed it. And here's Gabriella right here. She's beautiful. And she's going to try the pasta for us.
Because I have.
You're fine.
I got eyeliner in my face.
It's okay. She put on makeup for the. She doesn't wear makeup a lot, so it's
not for the first time. I've worn makeup before, Mom.
So now you just still stir, stir, stir. Okay, I'm gonna turn my gear a little bit. Oh, there, Grammy says hi. What did she say?
Hi, G.
Really gross, professional term.
Is really gross the professional term?
Yes.
It's genius.
I like to use professional and very scientific terms. No, as I said, I don't like to follow the rules. Okay, so is Gabrielle, is that done?
Yeah, well,
Maybe a minute?
yeah, 1 minute.
Okay. She's always really good at that, so I always like to listen to what she has to say. So I'm going to get my garlic ready. I love my garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and hit a couple of these. And then I'm doing something a little bit out of the box tonight for my healthier version. Besides using my homemade vegetable broth, it is not chicken broth, it is vegetable broth. I love it. Oh, hi Rob. How are you? He's joined as well. So I am taking these chicken sausages. Okay, I already broiled them a couple of days ago. I like to use leftovers in my food. To me, it makes sense. I don't have to start something from 100% scratch. Come along. And so I'm just going to use those. And if you guys can see how beautiful that looks, it's nice and thick. It's really thickening up. So I want to show you one of the best, I still call them strainers. I know there's another more technical name for it. Hi Elise, how are ya? So we're going to use this. Look at that. You can totally collapse it, fit it in your cabinet really easily, and it comes out like this. If you have a nice big huge stove, which I'm sure, or sink, a lot of you have those, I'm sure you do. Turn that off. Ooh, baby, this is coming along good. So I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to actually, because it's really simmering nicely, I am going to turn it down for about 5 or so minutes. Not even really, because this stuff doesn't need to sit, and the kids can just eat it. So, I got my pasta steaming, opening up my pores, yes, so I don't have to get a facial. And voila. Hi Scott, how are you? It's so nice to see you guys, hear from you. Okay, so here is the yummy fettuccine, well, I keep saying fettuccine, I'm sorry, Alfredo sauce with my shells. So Gabrielle and Sal, those are my kids, Gabrielle and Sal. They're going to come in here and try this. It's really funny because when they eat pasta, most of the time, they eat pasta out of this. When I do my Alfredo, they eat pasta out of these. So it is kind of fun because they sure do love that pasta with the Alfredo sauce. You can't beat it. Okay, here's another tip for you. Whenever you do your pasta, at least I don't like to. I don't like to put my sauce directly on my pasta, even in the refrigerator, even for leftovers or anything like that. I like people to be able to choose how much sauce they like to put on there. Plus, when you have it with your pasta, the sauce really soaks into that pasta, and when you reheat it, it just doesn't reheat well. So when you reheat your Alfredo on its own, oh my goodness gracious, put it in the microwave. I have a really cool button on there that is for beverage. I hit the beverage, it cooks for 1.5 minutes, and it is like perfect. So just a little tip for you. Alright, so that is that. So now I have my broth that is now no longer frozen. And I'm going to take another pan, and I am going to make my healthier version. Alright, so I'm going to get my garlic all ready. And because this is chopped garlic, and not the minced that's out of, it's kind of minced, but it's not out of my can or bottle, whatever you want to call it. It cooks a little bit differently than when you get it out of that, so out of the bottle. So I'm going to take the casings off of these sausages, because I don't like the casings on there. And I'm going to get down and dirty and get all in here, take it off by hand. I could probably do it more delicately, but it's a little time consuming, and got to get all up in there. Gabriella, do you want some of this pasta? I can't find my children. I think she's either taking off her makeup or putting it on. So, oh hi Bridget! How are ya? That's my sister. Bridget has joined. Yay! It's a family affair. Okay, so I'm getting all this off. I personally don't like casings on my sausage. So, even if I eat it, and I buy them as links, and I buy them with the casing, but typically I do take the casing off. So one of these days I am going to make my own zazitza, which is Italian sausage. And I will show you how to do that. Do you want some? Alright, so Sal's going to get some of the pasta. Drink up, buddy. Oh, and we need to taste that, don't we? We're going to have to taste it. Here, I'll taste it. Even though Winter Weight Watchers and all bites, licks, and tastes matter, I am going to taste my Alfredo sauce. So let's look and see at the consistency. It's a pretty good consistency. Oh my gosh. The flavor of that cheese, along with the garlic, oh my gosh, and the butter, oh, it is delicious. It really does taste good. If you let it sit, also, I forgot to tell you guys that, if you let it sit for a minute or so, it thickens up, so it's not as, here, I got, here. It's not as thin. You can really even see the cheese in there. Sorry, buddy. That's okay. And you can really see the cheese in there. Yummy. That's some good Alfredo sauce.
Okay, 2 spoons.
You got it? Oh, you get it for your sister too? Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Let's show it to him. And there is your... See how fast that was? That took like no time at all. And hardly anybody ever makes it from scratch. They buy it in a little jar or whatever, and it's never as good as when you make it from scratch. Never. But that is some good stuff. Now mine is not going to be as creamy, of course, as the classic Alfredo. But it is going to be still really good. Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you? And Cindy, hi. See? Can you see the people come on? It's pretty fun. Thanks for joining, everybody. I hope that you're having fun on this beautiful, spring-like Saturday evening, even though it's really not. Kind of threw us for a loop, didn't it? Alright, so my next step is I'm going to turn on my stove. And I'm going to turn it, because it's already kind of warm, because we just made that other sauce. I am turning it on medium to medium high. Because I just, like I said earlier, I don't like to burn anything. Because if I'm going to put my time and effort into making something, it better not burn. But guess what? Sometimes we do burn things, and that is okay. You just got to start over. Right, Sal? You got to start over sometimes. It's kind of a pain, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Got some yucky stuff on there. Yep, it is a sizzling. Okay, so for mine, I'm going to use just a little bit of olive oil to get some good flavor and to cook my garlic. I'm also going to put some onion in mine. Okay, my kids aren't big onion fans. Gotta do what's right for your family. So I also always have my spray can ready because it helps so that things don't stick to the pan. So I'm going to take about 1/4 of an onion and just chop that up. So are people going out tonight? Oh, hi Charlie. How are you? Thanks for joining everybody. It's kind of fun. Okay, so now with some of my veggies, I don't always put them in together. Like I wait to put my tomatoes in, or I'll wait to put my cabbage in if I'm cooking cabbage. But with onion and garlic, you put those in at the same time. And of course, I have another wooden spoon. This is a really cool wooden spoon. It's actually a bamboo spoon. Isn't that awesome? Hi, Patty. And she's asking about the recipe. Hey, Michelle, your recipe. Yeah, I can write the recipe down and post it if you guys want me to. So I'm just going to let those kind of get a little cooked. I don't want to caramelize them because I don't like that flavor in my Alfredo. And this, honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am winging this one because I've never made it before. I don't really have a recipe that I found. I did not find one online. I just know what I like, and I know what, unfortunately, I can't have right now because I got to lose some weight. But that's okay. Life goes on. I know I can do it. I've done it before. It's just right now it's hard. With work, kids, life, wine. I mean, it's kind of hard. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to just pour some of my homemade broth in there, because that is going to give us a little bit of depth of flavor. And honestly, this homemade broth is to die for. I just absolutely love it because you use real food. I know exactly what's in it. I use my celery, carrots, tomatoes. So I'm just going to put in about, probably 3/4 of a cup of milk. And that is really hot, as you guys could see. It's not going to be hot anymore because I just put in some cold milk. So, hi Patty. Yes, I am on the new Weight Watchers program. Yes, and I saw the fruits and vegetables are free. Most of the vegetables, but I think all the fruits, right? So that helps a lot. Yes. I think corn costs, I don't know, I went to my first meeting today. The girl was so nice. I mean, we were like crying. It was crazy because we've gained some weight. So, but that's okay. Life goes on. Okay, now for mine, I am a total brat. For the kids, oh, thanks, Elise. For the kids, don't tell anybody this, but I use this kind of cheese for the kids stuff. I use the real Parmesan for mine. I do. So here is my real Parmesan. I'm going to shred that or grate it directly in the, ooh, Patty, congratulations. You're down 10? Oh my gosh, congratulations. So now you're my inspiration. See? I knew this was going to be helpful to me. I knew it. Oh, and Salvatore wants to grate. Yep, he's going to grate the cheese for me. He doesn't feel bad that he gets the canned cheese, so I get the real cheese. He couldn't tell the difference anyway, really. So I'm just chopping this up. Nothing for me is ever 100% perfect. I just do whatever I think is going to be yummy. I'm going to take these casings and throw them out. And there's Sal. Now, as you can see, that's not like an exact science either. We're just going to put some in until it looks like it's going good. Yeah, keep on going, brother. And then I'm going to add my chicken sausage. This is just chicken sausage that I bought at Aldi's, so it wasn't expensive. And it is the light chicken sausage, so it's pretty good. It's going to bring so much flavor into that. So
Is this good?
let's see. We're going to stir it a little bit. You can really smell the garlic. Oh my gosh, and that onion and the cheese, yummy. Okay, yeah, go ahead and put some more in there. And then we're going to add the chicken sausage. See, you can look at the chicken, and you can see all the flakes. Looks like red peppers, a little bit of onion, and some herbs. So it really is delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw that in there. And we're going to stir it all around. My kids kids don't like the bacon, the Canadian bacon or anything in their Alfredo sauce, so that's why I didn't put it in there. I can add some veggies, which I was going to do, and I just remembered. Good. So the veggies that I'm going to add some frozen broccoli. I know I shouldn't use frozen, but you know what? It's like, it's what we have. And I guess I'll go with the greens. So I'm going to use frozen broccoli, and I'm going to use some peas. So my peas are frozen. I'm going to throw these in just as they are into my sauce on the stove. My broccoli, I am going to steam. Not only because it's in a very easy steamed bag that I just throw in the microwave, but also because they're awfully big, and I want to make sure that they get warm all the way through. Not really cooked, but oh, thanks, Charlie. Charlie just chimed in. He's my cousin. He says he loves this, so that's awesome. So here I'm just adding in my frozen peas. It's going to obviously bring down the temperature on the stove, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm patient, so when I cook. I'm not patient a lot of the other times, but when I cook, I am patient. And so I'm just going to sit here and I can stir it around and love it. And you got to put love in your food. That is so important, because when you're cooking and you're just rushing, and it is so hard, and it really is, especially with kids, and you're rushing from here to there. Even if you don't have kids, we all work and we've got so much going on. But the most important ingredient when you cook is love. You've got to put love in your food. So, and people can taste it. I'm telling you. So I'm going to get that ready to put back in the... I like to kind of clean up too while I'm cooking. I don't like stuff all over the place, because I am not really organized. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not really that organized. But I do like to have things put away, because it just helps when I cook. So there's a little bit of a mess that Sal made, but that's okay. And also, for you guys who are the health nuts out there, you know that I should be using whole wheat pasta. I am not a huge fan of whole wheat pasta. Some people are. I personally am not. My kids won't even touch it. So I just buy the regular. I take a little bit of a smaller portion, and that's it. So now Jeff is trying the food. That's my husband, Jeff. You can't see him, but okay. What do you think?
It's always good.
It's always good. He loves it. Loves, loves, loves it.
Actually, my favorite is to have it on tortellini.
Oh, we have tortellini. Do you want me to heat that up?
No. The Alfredo sauce on meat tortellini that's really good.
It is really good. So I have a little bit of cleanup. So that's it. Oh, I gotta watch my beautiful, oh my gosh, look at that come together. It was so pretty and yummy. I want to show it to you. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can really see it's not very thick like the other. If you compare it, it really is not as thick. As you can see, it's pretty thick with all that cheese and yumminess. This isn't, but you know what? It's going to give so much flavor, especially with the chicken. It's going to be amazing. So, and again, the real Parmesan makes a huge difference. I did not use half and half. I used just regular milk. So I used a little bit of my chicken broth, and then I used a little bit of milk, about a cup and a half of, about 3/4 of a cup of milk. And I probably used about 3/4 of a cup of the broth too. So yeah, if you want to reduce it down, I mean, you can always turn up the heat, reduce it down a little bit so then it gets a little bit thicker. And I haven't added any of my spices yet, so I gotta do that. So I'm gonna add my yummy Florida Sunshine salt. I'm going to add, again, my white pepper, because I do like my white pepper. And all I'm going to add right now. I'm going to taste it, see how it is. You can really taste the flavor of that chicken, sausage, and oh, hi Katie, how are ya? She just joined as well. Thank you for joining. Wow, it has such good flavor. It is a little bit spicy because that chicken is pretty spicy. What are those things? This is my first time doing this.
People are loving it.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Thomas. How are you? He joined as well. Do you or did you? Did I do what? Do you or did I don't know. So now it's boiling, and I don't want it to boil, but I do want it to simmer because I want it to get kind of thick so I have the flavor of and feeling that I'm actually eating the fettuccine Alfredo. And I'm going to add some of this. You guys, things can be so easy with cooking. For real. Just rip that open. So I'm going to take some of my broccoli, and it's not all the way done, and that's okay. Did I use cream cheese? I did not use cream cheese, actually. I personally don't like cream cheese in my Alfredo. I just used the Parmesan cheese and the Parmesan and the milk and my broth. You could definitely use cream cheese. You know what else you can use? You can use ricotta. I say ricotta. Some people are going to say ricotta. But I like the ricotta cheese. Some people do put cottage cheese, but you know, I just wanted to make it a little bit simple today, so that's why I put that in there. How many points? Great question. Okay, so the number of points, because this is going to be whoa, that is boiling. This is if you add up your milk. Because really the only points in this sucker is the milk, a little bit of olive oil, but I didn't even use I probably used 1 teaspoon of olive oil, and okay, I will. Yep, do it once a week. I've been wanting to do this for years, and I have not done this, and this is my first time live, so it's kind of exciting. So I can post how many points I can add it all up, and honestly, all it is the milk, a little bit of olive oil, and the peas, because I think that adds, and then the sausage. But this is definitely at least 2 servings at least. So it's 2 things of sausage. The sausage is 100 calories. I don't have the breakdown right now, but I will, I promise. I will get that to you. So I'm just chopping up my broccoli, chopping broccoli, throw that in there, because I want it to have a lot of food. I like a lot of food. I love my food. And then you just mix it all together, and that really makes it nice and thick. Mushrooms! I forgot my mushrooms! Okay, I can't put my mushrooms in because I actually have to saute those. I'm so sad. I even went to Schnucks to get the mushrooms. Oh well, that's okay. I'll have to do that on another day. So, okay. There you go. I'm just going to marry all these together, make it all nice and pretty. Okay, so when you have pasta, gosh darn it, I think I forgot to do this. When you get your pasta and you drain it, after you strain it, drain it, whatever you want to call it, you put a little olive oil in there. Even though the Barilla pasta does not stick, you still need a little olive oil so that they don't stick, because you don't want your noodles to stick. Nobody wants to have sticky noodles. And I know, thank you, Patty just said that it's, yeah, it's right here. Whoa, who is that? She just put on a bunch of makeup. Patty just said that this reminds her of my mom. Reminds me of my mom too, and that's why I'm gaining so much weight. I'm blaming it on the fact that she's no longer with us. So I like to have my wine and think about my mama. But yeah, it's pretty good. Gabriella's eating it. She loves it.
only taking 2.
So my mom used to make a pasta con broccoli that was to die for. She would make a huge pot of pasta con broccoli. We would have a ton of people over and eat it, and oh my goodness, people still say, I remember your mom with the pasta con broccoli. I miss my mom.
What's that?
Pasta con broccoli is what you're eating, only you add broccoli to it. That's what it is. It's really good. It's really good. Oh, hi, Misty. How are you? Cheers to you. It's my sister-in-law. This is so fun. I love seeing all these people in here. Okay, so now I'm going to taste it again. See how this is. I can double dip because it's only me eating it. I would not do this if you guys were trying it as well. But I do want to show it to you. So you can see all the yummy veggies in there. It is so good. Mmm. Oh, and my brother's on my brother's on there too. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Uncle Michael.
That is so good. So here it is. Here is my low-calorie, lighter version of my Alfredo sauce. I add a bunch of veggies in there. I used regular milk, it's like the low-fat 2% milk. I used real Parmesan cheese, which I'm going to shred some more on there. And I used peas, broccoli, and you guys, seriously, when you're cooking, you really, you need to use ingredients that you are going to eat and that you like. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about that, oh, in that recipe it says I have to use red peppers. Well, guess what? I'm not a big fan of red peppers. Use something else. I mean, my goodness gracious. Make it so that you will eat it and you like it. And, of course, no matter what ingredient you're using, what's the #1 ingredient? Love. Gotta put the love in there. Gabriella was going to say butter. That's probably what a lot of people like. Okay, so I am, because I'm doing this Weight Watchers thing, and I know it works if I just do it, I am going to actually measure out my food, okay? So I'm going to take a cup of pasta, which I probably shouldn't use a cup anymore.
Wait, why?
Okay. Because I gotta lose weight. So I'm gonna use a half a cup. But guess what I'm gonna use on top of it? I am going to take most. Oh, and I gotta turn off your stove when you're done. Anyway. I put my seasoning in there. And it tastes delicious. It's a little spicy. So I am just going to pour that right on there. And you know what? I'm going to take a lot of it because a lot of it is 0 points or very, very low points. And I'm just going to throw that on there. Get some of the yummy sauce. It's my homemade broth. And I am going to try it with the noodles. See how it is. I got my veggies. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. You can smell the chicken sausage. You can smell the garlic. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding you. I don't even miss that. What? I really thought I was going to miss that Alfredo. I'm so excited. It tastes so good. And that is how you do it the light way. So I'm going to come back here another day, and I'll show you another version of a classic, and then I'll show you the lighter version so that we all can see it. And I will definitely give you the recipe. Oh, and what?
The points.
I will give you the recipe as well as the point value, okay? I'll calculate it all up, okay?
After you eat.
After I eat. Love you guys.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. There's Gabriella.
It was delicious. Just telling you that because it was delicious.
Yay!